So hello there everybody and welcome back on in to the Overlord X YouTube channel today for a video in which we are not going to be talking or analysing anything regarding Dragons Rising itself as a season as of now, because I wanted to put that aside yet again for today's particular video, as I wanted to discuss a little bit of an issue, like a world spread wide, very wide issue that a lot of people in the Ninjago community are facing. And while my example of this is going to be based off of what's going on here in the UK, this applies to so many different countries, mostly European countries, which I'm going to assume a lot of you watching are from, right? European countries a lot of the time. And even if you are in America, this does still apply to a lot of you, a lot of the time, I would say. Not this particular time, but just in general, it definitely does. And I'm actually talking about Ninjago's release schedule, which I know, before you even think about clicking off today's video, it's a very cliche topic, I know, but with the release of Dragons Rising, both Part 1 and Part 2 really, but mostly Part 2 as of now, there's been something going on, and it's made it so difficult for me to personally watch Dragons Rising Part 2, because here in the UK, right, again, this is where, like, the UK-only type stuff comes into play, but just hang on here, bear with me. The only place we have to watch it is an app or, you know, like a website called ITVX, and again, that is basically it. So if you, for some reason, weren't already aware, which I'm not really surprised because it's not really a very heavily promoted thing, then you really have no other way of watching these episodes, the legal route, I guess. You could, you know, go onto a pirate website or watch some random re-upload up on YouTube, and that's really the only way of doing it. But when it comes to, like, Netflix, like the quote-unquote official way of watching it now, I suppose, right? Now that we're living in the modern times in terms of Ninjago, where it's now officially, like, basically partnered up with Netflix and it's being streamed there, here in the UK, we still don't have any of that. For a matter of fact here, just for a little bit of context, we don't even have Crystalized up, which is such a huge shame, and while that is for the UK only, it's also definitely a thing for a lot of other different countries out there. Can't name any specific countries because, simply put, I don't know, to be honest, I'm not that knowledgeable, but I know for sure an absolute handful of other countries out there that some of you guys may be watching this video from will not have Ninjago up on your Netflix, which, at a time like this especially, is really, really disappointing in my opinion, and this is such a huge problem and issue that LEGO needs to sort out, because if you consider the fact that now Ninjago is kind of like officially streamed on Netflix, I would say exclusively, but it's not there just yet, right? Because obviously Ninjago is on places such as ITVX, for example. But considering that, like, I suppose you could say Netflix is the main streamer now for Ninjago, it definitely should be done a little bit quicker. Because, again, for countries like England, you know, speaking personally here, we still don't have any full, proper, heavily promoted, I guess, actual way of watching these Ninjago seasons. And again, as I was saying earlier, this isn't just a Dragons Rising thing. For example, Crystalized. It just puts into perspective how late Netflix is in a lot of the world, and despite their, like, countdown thing they had going on for Dragons Rising, it ended up being a bit of a lie in general, because I remember we also had a countdown type thing for it, but did that ever happen, like, on Netflix, like it did for places like America? Well, no, it just didn't happen at all, and I find that to be just so hugely disappointing. So, ultimately, it really just comes down to the fact that I think Netflix needs to kind of get their act together in a way, and they need to kind of be more on it with the promotion and actual, like, streaming of Ninjago across the world. I get it, they're not going to be uploading episodes worldwide on the exact same day, that is quite unlikely, but at least within the first, I don't know, week, 2 weeks, that would be such a huge improvement over what we're getting now. So, yeah, I just had to get this off my chest here today. I apologise for this being a bit of a ramble. I had literally zero notes to go off of. I just had, like, an idea of what I was going to say, and I just wanted to speak for a pretty big majority of Ninjago fans out there, especially viewers in the UK, but also countries worldwide, because, again, this is such a big problem that a lot of us have been dealing with, and it's such a pain, it's so annoying. But, yeah, ramble over, I suppose. With all of this being said, guys, that is just about going to conclude things here from me. And once again, sorry for the ramble, but some things just have to be said from time to time. So hopefully you did all enjoy this one here, which, if you did, guys, please do go ahead and leave a like on it. Subscribe to the Overlord X YouTube channel for more. And while you guys are down there, go ahead and hit the notification bell so that you can keep up to date on all of my new videos that I do post on a frequent basis. And also, before I forget, Now that I was done talking here, I do absolutely encourage you to leave any of your own thoughts on this down below in the comment section. In today's video more than ever, because I am really interested to see the community's thoughts on this. But yeah, with all of this being said, guys, that's going to do it from me, so have a great day. Catch you all soon for a new video. Goodbye, everybody.